Welcome to Part 11 of Mega Man ZX Advent. I wanted to do some cleanup, but it's only going to be minute due to the fact that we're going to need another Pseudoroid, in order to get that cleanup done. Unfortunately, that also means we're going to have to beat the Quarry too, because in order to get said Pseudoroid, we need a card. And the Quarry is where we're going to get that card, or at least beating the Quarry. So with that said, the reason why I'm here is real simple. See, there was something that looked like a weapon capsule, right? Well, when you come to Highway Stage 1, if I'm not mistaken, that's where we are. It's not here, but give me a second. It's going to be right here. You're going to need Model F to break through the pillars. And this button right here. What are you going to do with this button? Real simple. There was a switch, something like this, earlier on that I showed off when I first came here in Part 8, if I'm not mistaken. No, Part 7. Yes, Part 7 one, if I'm not mistaken. You had to charge up as Chrono Force, and after you do, wait till you get enough energy, get your time bomb off, and switch to Aeolus. Turn on the switch, and while the time is up, because Aeolus is pretty damn fast, you'll be able to go straight through this door and get the Biometal upgrade. And that is the first of 4. One of them, unfortunately, is right back at the oil field. Problem is, I don't have head shock, so I can't really get it. Oh, and that's how you're gonna get that secret disc if you want it. By the way, if you want to have a rematch with the boss that was here, you have to talk to this guy and he'll repair the bridge. That boss is gonna come back eventually after you do. You have to pay 400 energy crystals just to get that the bridge repaired. Which is stupid, really. Oh, and speaking of things, I tried to use Model L to turn off the fire. I can't. I had to take this water tank completely, and that'll permanently put out the fire, because the fire would just grow back. And I made a mistake and couldn't get a good grip on the water tower, so I'm gonna try again. Get a good... not again. And by the way, you have to go all the way until you reach Legion Headquarters 4 in order for you to fully get the tank refilled. So yeah, since that has been put out, we got ourselves a long way to go. So we're gonna go back to the train station and talk to this little girl since we put out the flame. By doing so, we are now gonna be awarded with the wind boots. And we're going to put on those wind boots too. Now then, we want to talk to Blossom after we've beaten Voltron. Blossom and her father will ask for a flower. One of the flowers you could get is pretty much here, along with the fruit that was hanging on this vine, which was up here actually, which you could only get with Rose Spark. But later on in the level, after you activate that cutscene with Blossom and her dad, it would be a little bit further down the ways, but this area right here is where the flower is. So let's scoop that bad boy up. That's the flower. We're gonna head back to Blossom, and we're gonna give the flower to them. You can pick one of 3, one of which is here. Well, no, one of which was in the Tower of Verdure. Yes, I pronounced it correctly. Sorry if I mispronounced it. The other one is in the Mysterious Lab, and I think the other one is in God, I forgot what the third one was. But the second one that was in the Mysterious Lab need Ugol and Argoyle to get. So I only needed one anyway to get the wind boot, no, to get the eraser. And God forbid you're gonna need the eraser. This guy, I think, gives you a chip, but you're gonna need to find junk. Well, you have to talk to him twice in order for him to show you, no, have junk show up in the area. And I think you need 3 pieces of junk just so you give to him so he can give you a chip to make you even much better than... Oh wait, this guy has to... No, this guy doesn't have the featherweight chip. Somebody else does. And that's back at the oil field. And I'll deal with that later because I don't really need to come back here with that. But the junk you need is this ignition here, which was in the second room. And this titanium alloy here, which is right by this life up. The real life up, not the fake one. Well, there was a fake one there too, but still. And now you talk to Jim, and the fruit you got from the Tower of Verdure, well, you are going to be handed over some... You're going to hand him over the apple, and he'll give you 200 energy crystals for it. And I think that's all that need to be done with that side... Oh wait, actually that side quest is part of a different side quest. So, on that note, there's not much we could do until we actually beat Headshock, because that's where the extension of that side quest come in. Oh, and by the way, I had to show you this because, oops, my bad, it was an accident. So, on that note, we're going to leave out of the base and come straight here. Remember that guy we went there and ran into earlier? He's now selling E-tanks for 500 energy crystals. You can only carry one at a time, but that is going to be your sub-tank, your 5th sub-tank, because there's 4 of them in the game. However, unfortunately, we need to get the means for the 3rd one, and that won't be until part 12. Part 11, we need to find our way to get to this area here. And that is the, that area, ladies and gentlemen, is the Quarry. And in order for us to get to the Quarry, we're going to have to do something a little bit different. Instead of using the transector, the transfer power, whatever, no, transector is something else. Instead of using the transfer area, we need to use this right here. That's what this is for. So we can just put Queen Bee up here. Queen Bee, thank you. And now that we've climbed here, we could just simply switch over to damn it, I'm trying to think of the name. Chrono Force, yes, and swim through the spikes, and also hug the top of the spikes, because Chrono Force is invincible to spikes. And with Gray or Ash, charge up your Model L, and that will break the wall right there. Now then, here you're going to need Model H, and with Gray or Ash, okay, Model H. Model H, you dingbat. Come on, dude. Switch up. Okay, give me a second. Past me is going to think about it. Past me is going to think about it. And, there it is. He thought about it. Model H, charge up, and with Ash, you have to actually go up. Gray, you don't. Gray has a double tornado going forward. Ash, you have to jump up to the top, and it does a double tornado splitting in 2 ways. Something akin to Storm Eagle's weapon. And now we had to use Voltron to open the door, and now that we're here, and I ran out of energy crystals, we are now here in this area known as the Quarry. And folks, I know I jumped the gun when I say, well, I'm going to face Headshock. I'm going to face Headshock. I have terrible memory because I don't face Headshock until way later. But I do, however, come to the Quarry for a reason, because this is where we're going to get the pickaxe. And the pickaxe is needed for Quarry, who has been opening up the area for you. Among those areas, an area where you can get a free E-tank once every 500 energy crystals. And you gotta use the thing before you can get a new one. However, you can't go any further in that door. I'll show you later why. In fact, when I explore a little bit further, I'll see what's going on with the other one. But these spiders are everywhere for a reason. Yeah, they do look familiar. If you don't remember the boss from the mid-boss from the Tower of Verdure, yeah, that's where those came from. And by the way, this is the reason why you can't go to this area just yet. Because there is a way for you to get in there, however, that is blocked. Unfortunately for you, I think that is a place where you have to... I'm trying to think if that's a place where you battle Pandora or Prometheus, one of the two. But this is the legendary pickaxe. That's where you find it. We have to come here for that anyway. Oh god, this thing's firing Gemini lasers. Why am I not surprised? It's alright, we're almost there. Oh, we're not almost there. I need to find something to heal me. And I forgot to fill up my sub-tanks again. No, wait, no, I didn't forget. I filled up my sub-tanks before I came here. That's why I don't have any money. Hey, bullshit, I could see. Of course it's dark. Why wouldn't it be? Anyway, make sure you have Cernak throughout the entirety of this stage. Otherwise, you won't be able to see a damn thing. Well, you will. It's just going to be much more of a annoyance as the stage go on without Cernak than when it will be with it. So, on that note, there's really not much for you to do right about now. Oh, and by the way, we're about to get to a boss fight, I think. So, just in case, I might want to put this on, but I don't think I'll be needing Model F. In fact, I don't think I'll be needing any models at all. Not for this boss, at least.
Who are you?
What's this kid doing here?
Carefully, I sense biometal on him.
I've never sensed anything like this before. What is he?
2 biometals? Is she a Mega Man?
Step away from that Model W.
What do you want with this Model W?
I'm here to retrieve it. I won't hand it over to you.
I figured as much. Well, in that case, you leave me no choice. Model X! Model Z! Here we go! Double! Mega Merge!
Biolink established. Mega system online.
Sorry, but I can't let you have the Model W. Especially if you're a Mega Man.
Well, I did say we had to run into the titular character, and here she is. The thing of the matter is, Gray's fight with ZX as opposed to Ash's is a lot different. Ale tends to close the gap on you. And she will constantly use the spinning slash to try to knock you out if she's too close to you. And the last thing I need is to die right about now, especially since I just got this far. So, with that said, try to keep as far away from her as humanly possible to lock her in the old zero stun lock. Though she will tend to hit you sometimes. It's in your best interest to try to stay as far away from her as humanly possible. And also try to avoid her pellets. And take the invincibility frames. Just take them. Because at least she won't actually cut... Oh wait, actually no, she will cut through your invincibility frames if you're too close. As you can see, that combo would actually do a lot of damage to you. And I mean, we've been without ZX for quite some time, and by the way, Vit would do that by default against Ash. What she just did, the Giga Attack, yeah, Vit would do that like multitudes of times from the get-go. So I would say Vit's the easier version, and Ale is the faster of the two. So that's basically the difference. And as far as for the ZX models, if you do beat them, Ale is faster for Gray, and Vent is much more powerful with Ash. That's all that needs to be said. And speaking of which, we finally got to play as ZX after 11 parts.
What's this?
He's resonating. Could it be because of his biometal?
Be careful, Ale. There's some kind of data pouring out from his biometal.
And now with the final lock done, it's pretty much explain Albert's incredibly despicable plan. And his despicable plan is as such. He is going to take all the Model Ws that has been feeding off of the fear of multitudes of people and create the ultimate Model W, aka Ouroboros. So, what's this got to do with Gray? Real simple, he was planning on using Ouroboros to fuse with Gray to become the ultimate Mega Man under his control. Yeah, that's gonna be bullshit. 'Cause we're not gonna let that happen. Not at all.
You're a Boris and the ultimate Mega Man. That's Albert's plan.
Now I get it! The reason why we were created! Why you can Mega Merge with me!
Model A, do you remember? Do you know about me?
Can someone explain it to me too? When I resonated with you just now, I saw a lot of data. That man, Master Albert, created Model W, right? So who are you?
That's kinda hard to explain.
Uh-oh, Model W.
It must have taken some damage in the fighting.
Tell me, Model A, who am I?
I'm sorry. I can't tell you now.
Model A?
Stop it! That's not fair to the biometal. And this isn't the time for that. While we're wasting time here, that Model W is making more Mavericks. Which is going to make it tough to get close.
I know. Sorry, Model A. Let's keep moving.
You're a good kid.
Hey, don't make fun of me. Mega Merge!
Aren't you going to try and stop me?
That's not why I'm here.
Now it's time to take our new Model ZX biometal data, not actual biometal, for a spin. And, well, let's just be honest. This is as close to Biometal O as you're going to get. Plain and simple, because it's not in the game. It's sad to say, ladies and gentlemen. But at least she's pretty damn strong. But to be fair, also, Ale is the canonical owner of Biometal O, so in technicality, it's canon. Whatever the case, we've got ourselves. You know what? We should have at least tried to crawl through and break the sequence, but we couldn't because we had to break the security, break these blocks all the way at the bottom. So it seems that we're not going to be able to traverse across it, so we go down. Also, I should bear mention one other thing. Now, with H and now Biometal ZX, you can cut life, you can cut oh, sorry, my stomach is going off. As I was saying, you can cut life pellets, biometal pellets, and also crystals to start getting less items. And sometimes they'll break into life pellets so you can refill your sub-tanks if you've already used them. Ironically enough, I probably won't be needing the sub-tank for the boss that's ahead. Because yeah, there is a boss aside from the one we just faced. And after going through this little delightful detour, we're just gonna go on ahead and just chop our way through. And by the way, I think that boss is supposed to. God, what was that green thing supposed to do? It was supposed to stop you from shooting or something? Or it's just being a nuisance. Yeah, that's what it is. It's being a nuisance. And it'll only shoot so long as that bouncy things keep firing. Once you kill it, the cannon will stop firing. However, there is the matter of that group of spikes right there, and I have to be careful because I don't want to fall to my death. Like there. I don't want to fall to my death like that. Anyway, we're gonna have to, you know what? There is a way to get that. You just need to use, if I'm not mistaken, Queen Bee, but I don't want to try to worry about that later. We got something else to worry about on the way there, because this is where we're going to get our next biometal upgrade. Running from this thing. While this looks familiar, for those of you who haven't played Mega Man X, this is in Armored Armadillo stage. Just only one little difference. Unlike with Armored Armadillo, where if you let that thing destroy the heart container, well, you're never going to get it again. You'll have to get out of the stage. Oh god, it's getting too close. Oh no! No! Damn it, I fell off the cliff! Damn it. As I was saying, unlike with Armored Armadillo, where this thing would be in front of you and you'd have to destroy it before it actually get to the heart tank, here you have to beat this thing before it actually gets to the sub-tank. No, not the sub-tank. Actually, you have to beat this thing and clear it to the other screen and come back, and the biometal tank will be there. That happens to be one of the biggest complaints of X, where that particular thing destroying the platform where the heart tank is, causing it to fall off the cliff. Yeah, that was a completely huge complaint. But on the plus side, at least it's not insta-kill if it touches you. So on that note, since we beat it, we're gonna have to come back, and we don't have. And the only way we trigger that thing again is we go to the area where it appears. So on that note, we're gonna step out for a little bit. Oh yeah, I had to reset because it was actually the 10-minute mark. So on that note, we're going to fly across here with Voltron, and now we're gonna have to go back to Model F and break down all those bricks till we get to the right one. Well, and I think we don't need a high charge, we just need like a regular charge. And sadly, we don't have the quick charge because I think that actually requires a quest where you have to get that unlocked after beating Headshock. So on that note, we just need to jump up, get the biometal, and we're good to go. That's our second upgrade. We have 2 more to get. One of them is in the oil field, and the other one is in the next area. Yeah, the one in the oil field we have to get Headshock for, so... Well, on top of... We already have Model F, but we need Headshock in order for to actually get into the small alcove to get to the biometal upgrade. So if a guy tells you, oh, you just need his Atlas, no, you also need Headshock too. Just need to point out to you. That's why I haven't gotten that biometal yet. Then that's also to make a correction from part, I think, 5 actually, where I said you needed Ugoil and Argoil. Well, you don't. You actually need Biometal F for that. But for right now, the only reason why I'm talking about this is because of the fact that we're facing something that showed up in the Tower of Arger, Verger, not too long ago. And now, it's pretty much the same fight, 1 for 1. With the only exception being that, we practically have to, knock it down to, well, actually no. It's not knocking it down to 0. We just gotta take out its life. So basically, ZX is the best way to do that. And oh no, I'm not dying in this thing. Fuck that. I have a sub-take now, unlike before. We are not dying to this thing again. And don't worry about this thing breaking the platforms, because it can't. So on that note, we're just gonna have to destroy it, and that's the end of that.
Dang! How is this thing still able to move? Is this the strength of Model W? Why did you help me? Didn't you come here to kill me?
That isn't why I came here either. My objective has always been to destroy Model W and stop the game of destiny where Mega Men fight each other. What is your name?
Huh?
You're not my enemy. I forgot to ask who you are.
I'm Gray, and this is Model A. And what the heck is your story?
Is that any way to talk to a girl you just met? My name is Ale. This blue biometal is Model X. And this red one is Model Z. It's not mine. It's a memento from someone who is very dear to me. Anyway, let's go back to the camp. We can talk on the way. So let me get this straight. Master Albert, Prometheus, Pandora, and 4 Mega Men. Huh. So that's what happened to the biometals that were stolen from the lab.
Unfortunately, those biometals probably have the consciousness of their 4 chosen ones. Biometals gave us strength when we fought the Model W.
We followed the stolen biometals here.
That's when we found the Model W and you.
Why are you dudes fighting Model W?
You dudes? Anyway, just the same as you. Before I knew it, I was just caught up in it. I lost a lot of close people in the battles. With Mavericks and Model Ws.
Revenge.
No, I just don't want any more people to suffer like I have. So I decided to destroy all Model Ws in order to put an end to the game of destiny. I decided to become a Mega Man because I wanted to help people. You're fighting because you're trying to find out who you are. But don't forget, only you can decide your own destiny. No matter what anyone says you are. The power you contain within is the key to creating your future. That's what a special person said to me.
My destiny. My future.
Oh, by the way, here, I'll give you this. There was pseudoroid activity in the area that key opens. I was going to check it out myself, but I think it would be better if you held on to the key. I'm going to join the others and go after the biometals. We'll probably meet again, since we're fighting the same enemy.
Gray,
I'm sorry about before. It doesn't matter about my past. I want to use my power and fight for the people that helped me. I'm ready to listen to whatever you have to say, when you're ready to say it.
Well, we had no choice. In order to get the cleanup we need done, we had to get the security key in order to get Bifrost. Because, yeah, we actually are going to need him from one of the sub-tanks. And there's actually 2 left to find. Not to mention there's, I think, 2 more life ups to find as well? No, wait, 3 more life ups to find. Not 3, no, 2 more life ups to find. We need to find 2 more life ups. No, wait, scratch that 1. We need only 1 life up left. And that 1 life up is in the area where Headshock is. So with that said, we're gonna have to go all the way here to Quarry and give him the legendary, or Kid, I'm sorry, to give him the legendary pickaxe. And once you hand him that legendary pickaxe, come back in, there's going to be a side quest available. I told you you would thank me later because when I bought all that stuff and opened that area, that's going to be a space again where you will end up having to buy an E-tank, which will be available the moment that you use up all of your sub-tanks, and you can just use your E-tank, and from there just get another 500 crystals and get the E-tank again. So this is Romeo. He's going to be part of a quest too, to decorate this room, and I think doing so will get him a chip. We'll get you a chip, I think. This is a multi-part quest, and we can't finish the rest of it without having to deal with Headshock. But one of the things you could do now, you can go to Legion headquarters, which I am going to do, with the 1,000 credits that you're going to be, energy crystals that you're going to get, and you are going to go over to a guy by the name of Austin. And we're going to give 1,000 energy crystals to Austin. Not Austin Theory, not Austin Aries, Austin. But whatever the case, Austin will deliver the shelves for you once you give him the 1,000 energy crystals, and you'll actually have to go back to where Romeo was. It's one of those missions where, even though they say they're going to deliver it, you're going to have to go back. But unfortunately, I'm going to fill up all of my sub-tanks, and I'll see you all in the next part as we go to the Biolab to deal with Bifrost. This is RP Man 985. See you all next time. We're closing in on the end, by the way. A couple more parts left.